How's everyone doing? Up on Josie's homestead. Just gonna do a real quick update on the grass. It's been 3 weeks, somewhere around 3 weeks anyway, since I sowed all this grass. Done kind of 4 different ways, but figured I'd do just a little bit of update on it and see how the progress was going. Now during this 3 weeks we had right after I sowed it was probably about 9 or 10 days of rain straight, and then we had about 9 or 10 days of no rain, and then after that it's kind of been 3 or 4 days and then some rain, 3 or 4 days and some rain or something. Just had a couple little rains on here the last just a little bit, but just a little bit of update. Here is the first spot that I sowed. This is where I throwed the seed down on the ground and then went over it with the disc harls. And then later on, a couple of days after that, I throwed some of this hay on it just to try to keep it from washing off. You can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a spot right here. This is on the side where the barn's at, so all that water comes off. There is a spot or two that there's another little spot over there that it did wash a little bit, but it's coming up. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But it's coming up fairly decent, you know, for what I've done. It's probably pretty close to doing the best, I would say. Now, that's the first spot that I sowed. Now we're going to skip all the way to the end and do the last spot that I sowed. And I apologize if y'all hear a bunch of wind noise. It's kind of windy today. Trying to hold the mic pretty close to me. I got a mic in the building. I probably need to go get it here in the barn. But this little spot here is the last spot that I sowed. Let's see if I can get here on the lower side so you can see a little bit. Now this, I disc over it, throw the seeds on it, and left it. Now this spot does have, it's coming up. It's not coming up the best in the world. Now this is over here where there was trees and woods this summer, or back in the fall anyway. That's when I started sawing some of this down. So this is freshly had trees on it with tons and tons of leaves. But it's coming up somewhat. It's not doing great, but it is coming up. See some of the hay and stuff. That's where cleaned out from under the rabbits, and it's got some rabbit manure and stuff thrown on top of it. And so, but it's doing all right. I don't know if you guys can make that out on the camera or not. If y'all can see that or not, but and then we'll have to go over here across the road, across our driveway on the other side to see the rest of it. Alright, now this spot here is a spot that's right beside the driveway. Now it had grass growing on this last year and actually grew pretty good until this winter. The pigs tore it off to pieces, and some of the grass I didn't sow it super heavy, and some of it's kind of come up, but it's not going as good as I thought it would, to be honest with you. I thought it would do a lot better. And the only thing in here right now is these dogs. So they're not really, I mean, they're walking on it, but you know, they're not trampling it up and eating it and digging it up or anything like pigs or goats or sheep would. And this little spot down here is on this hillside. And this is one of the areas where I sowed grass before, and it didn't even come up here. I mean, didn't even, not at all. But you can see it's doing pretty good. Now this is another spot where I hauled over it, put the grass seed down, and then this was just some spent hay that was over here that the goats and pigs had. But it's doing pretty decent. It's not super great, but doing decent. Like I said, we've not had the right weather for it. It's still early, so I'm hopeful. And we'll have to go on up here for the rest of it. Now this spot here There's a spot that I put cow manure on back in the early fall. Got tons of hay on this because this is where I had one of the rows of hay at for Gary and Bella and that little black goat. And that time the two little boy pigs was up here. But it's took it longer to come up than any of it. I think just because there was so much hay here. Because I covered every bit of this up with that hay. I mean, I wanted to have plenty of bedding in here. But it's starting to poke through that hay now and coming up. And the spot that's actually doing the best, and I'm holding my breath on this because this spot last year or 2 years ago, I sowed grass on all this. It come up, looked beautiful. As soon as summer hit, it died, dead, and didn't come back. This spot right here, this is the spot. I disc over it, throw the seed down, and then drug that pine tree over top of it with the 4-wheeler. Kind of just mixed the seed in the ground. But you can see it's come up, and it's probably come up the best of any of it so far. We'll have to see if it stays. He was over there hiding.
Way down.
Yeah, he was over there hiding. Boys and girls, yeah. There's a boy.
I'm cute.
Lucy and Yellow's girls. What are they doing?
I'm just cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
What that color?
Yellow.
What that color?
Black. Black. But that's the update on the grass. And somebody's running off of it. But I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.